Recently I was in the United States of America and I stopped by this incredible Bricks and Minifigs store in Irvine, Los Angeles. And the store had one of the best LEGO selections I had ever seen. So many great sets, tons of rare stuff, and a solid amount of Bionicle as well. Oh, I do like my Bionicle. In this video, let's check out some of the best items that they had here, and I'll show you the nice haul that I bought while I was there. Let's dive in. So when I arrived, the Uber dropped me off here, and I mean, this doesn't really look like a Bricks and Minifigs LEGO store. But upon closer inspection, I see you, LEGO logo. So I headed inside and mate, there was so much good stuff here, it was like a dream. Just on the counter at the very front of the store, I spotted something rather unique. Something that I'd never seen in a store for sale in person. A minifigure that goes for $450. This is Chief, a Rock Raiders minifigure that appeared in one LEGO set. This one here. The set was literally just him. Funnily enough, this retailed for $4 US back in the day, and now it's worth way more. Bricklink shows us that the value of this minifigure is anywhere from 400 to 600 to 700 Australian dollars, which is roughly like 400 USD. Chief was the leader of the Rock Raiders team, and he appeared quite heavily in the Rock Raiders video game. And I guess LEGO just didn't make many copies of this set because finding it today is not common and everyone wants one. So yeah, it's really cool to see this in person and to see it in such immaculate condition. There were also a few nice sets on the shelves, like a couple wonderful Exoforce sets. We had the amazing Hybrid Rescue Tank, which was selling for $85. And then right next door to it was the incredible Hero Tank, $75 for that one. You know, I grew up with Exoforce and these two were some of my favorites. Another beautiful set just next door is this Power Miners base. Base playsets like this, they were always some of my favorites. It was $300 for this bad boy, which is a little bit steep. But you know, this limited edition set, it had one of the best play features ever. It lets you load up the crystals on the one tower and then transfer them across the zipline, and the crystals tip down the tower into a little storage area. I had so much fun playing with this as a kid. I need to reassemble this one day. It's honestly so good. Now, lots of nice minifigures for sale here, like this Davy Jones. He's a bit pricey, $225 for him. But man, he looks so cool. What happened, man? When are we gonna get more LEGO Pirates of the Caribbean sets? Oh, and I do love my LEGO castle. And thankfully there was heaps of it for sale here. I didn't pick up any of these, sadly. I wasn't really able to stomach some of these prices. But gosh, how good are classic minifigures? They've just got such a brilliant charm and a really magical design to them. Even if I don't buy any, it's just nice to see them. But then I got distracted by this nice, sizable collection of Bionicle and Hero Factory sets. Let's take a closer look. A few nice classics here, like Velika, the evil great being in disguise, and a nice little Visorak too. $20.27 might be a little bit too much for these guys, but hey, nice to see a few classics. We had a goofy looking McDonald's Happy Meal Bittle for $5, and this Borok just next door. Now, I might be wrong, but looking at it here, it looks like those eyes are trans purple instead of the trans orange that they should be. Now, if you're not aware, trans purple Borok eyes, they're one of the rarest colors that these pieces come in. They only appeared in one obscure LEGO set, and it's not even a Bionicle set. It's this Spybotics set. These were like remote-controlled vehicles that allowed you to go on spy missions. They were really fun. But yeah, if you want these Borok eyes, on Bricklink, they sell for about 10 Australian dollars each, which is roughly 7 United States dollars. So $14 for the two of them. So the fact that two of these pieces sell for $14, you're basically getting the rest of the Borok for $6, which isn't too bad. Unfortunately, I didn't notice that these were here until I was editing these pictures when I got back to Australia. Had I known, I would have bought this. I just assumed that these were trans dark blue. And maybe they are, maybe I'm just looking at this wrong, but they look trans purple. I think. Ah well, maybe it's still there. Maybe you can get it. You know, that's the beauty of stores like this. You never know what hidden gems you might uncover. Now, moving on over to some G2 Bionicles, as well as some Hero Factory sets. Here are the prices of each one. $75 for Tahu and $100 for Umarak. Man, that's crazy how much these G2 sets are worth these days. I did check bricklink.com and you can get them a little bit cheaper over there. But on Bricklink you have to factor in condition, as well as shipping cost. And at this store, all of these Bionicles looked 100% complete and for the most part were in mint condition. So I think that makes this price a little bit better. $2 each for these Brain Attack Brain Slugs. Ooh, and that nice rare black one too, very nice. Some nice Star Wars Ultra Build characters, as well as the Hero Factory set Kuroda. Roughly $40 each for the Star Wars figures and $30 for Kuroda. All of these sets have some pretty good pieces in them. Oh, and the wonderful Witch Doctor. One of the best Hero Factory sets of all time. $80 for this one though. And then up top, we had a lot of individual masks for sale. You can see all of the prices listed on the packets. Yeah, there's a good mix of old and newer Bionicle masks, and I don't think the prices were too bad. Man, having a complete collection of Bionicle masks these days, that is no easy feat. It's gonna cost you a small fortune to own every single one. That's rough. I do like seeing this nice trans-orange Tahu mask and Umarak the Hunter's mask for sale. A couple rarer ones there. Now look, some of these dudes were a little bit more expensive than I expected. But it's always so cool seeing so much Bionicle for sale in this day and age. It just brings me so much joy. And actually, the store had a ton of other rare and unique LEGO items for sale. Just next door, there was this sealed box on display. What is this? And why is it worth so much? Well, inside this packaging is a LEGO Star Wars Advent Calendar set. The set itself is nothing all that unique. But in this specific packaging, it is. Why? Well, this is a promotional version of that Star Wars Advent Calendar that was made available at the San Diego Comic-Con of 2011. Back then, at the convention, you could buy this for $50 US. This version of the set was limited to 1,000 copies only. Each one was individually numbered. You can see this one is number 90. Yeah, any San Diego Comic-Con exclusive item, they sell for crazy money these days. And it's funny, the only unique thing here is the packaging. Still, I had no idea this existed until I saw this in the store and did a bit of research. This is not something you see every day. In fact, there's none for sale on Bricklink right now, and there haven't been for the last 6 months. This might be the only one that's on the market right now. Who knows? Now nearby there were some really collectible but very pricey Star Wars minifigures. These are the characters that everybody wants, the holy grails of a Star Wars LEGO collection. They even had the rarer Commander Fox variant that has that little hint of red on their torso. $1,200 for that one. Wild. It's very nice to see all of these quite desirable figures in one place. I enjoy these raised base plates. LEGO doesn't really make this sort of thing anymore, which is a shame. These were so much fun to build with as a kid. And oftentimes, some of the sets that featured these raised base plates were some of the best ones. Another very rare sight are these LEGO House exclusive sets. You can only get these at LEGO House in Billund, Denmark. And these are very, very collectible sets. To see them outside of Europe, not common. This is the only time I've seen these for sale in the US when I've been there. The prices here, a little bit steep, but given how hard these are to find, it makes sense. Another set that's not easy to come by is this employee Christmas gift that celebrates the 10th anniversary of LEGO Friends. To get this set, you have to work for the LEGO group, or you have to be like a brand ambassador, something like that. So yeah, another very rare item. $120 for this one. Not too bad. There were also a few Monkey Kid sets for sale. You really don't see this set for sale in the US. They only really stock this theme in places like China, Singapore, Malaysia, Hong Kong, and I believe maybe a couple other places in the world. But if you want to buy these in like Australia or the US, you have to go on lego.com. Or you need to go to one of the flagship LEGO stores, like the one in New York City or the one in Munich, Germany. And I might be wrong, but I'm not even sure if those specific stores sell Monkey Kid anymore. So look, to see these sets for sale in person, that's not an everyday occurrence. Oh, and a sealed copy of this Technic Off-Roader. Look at those metallic green pieces. That is a rare LEGO color. One that only appeared in like 1 or 2 different sets. $600 if you want this one sealed in box. Now every Bricks and Minifigures store, they have these bulk LEGO tables with lots of different parts on them. You can fill up a bag or different cups with set prices, and you can get all sorts of goodies crammed in there. But under these tables, there was a box of Bionicle parts. And there was some nice stuff in here too. I ended up buying a bag of Bionicle parts for myself. So with that, let's head on over to the haul. What did I end up buying? Here's what I got inside my medium-sized Ziploc bag. I focused on getting a lot of bulk CCBS armor pieces in a variety of colors. Why? Well, these pieces are so easy to build Bionicle creations with. For example, you have mocks like a Hungry Dragon that was built by Mitch Builds. And when we zoom in a little bit, you can see the neck and the tail, they spam a bunch of dark green Hero Factory armor shells. And how good does that look? Yeah, having large supplies of these types of pieces in whatever color, it allows you to make something awesome like this. So that's why I wanted these pieces. The more I have, the easier it is to shape awesome characters and creatures. Oh, I also love these magenta Technic panels. What a pretty color and what a unique shape that this piece has. That's going to be pretty easy to use in some future Bionicle creations. I did pick up that Umarak set. I got this one on a bit of a discount though, so it was worth grabbing. And I mean, Umarak is just the coolest looking bad guy ever, isn't he? Great design, and some pretty good pieces too. I also grabbed Kuroda, and I love this guy. Those lime spike pieces on his hands, just the coolest. Now, I recently did a review on this set, so if you want to hear my thoughts on this character, go and give that a watch. There'll be a link to that video in the description below. Oh, and then I snagged these brain slugs. I'm currently trying to rebuild my old collection of Brain Attack villain sets at the moment, and I was missing a lot of these brain slugs, so adding them back into my collection, it's going to allow me to finish building those sets. And hey, for $2 each, I was a happy chappy. And that was everything that I grabbed. Just a small little haul, but still a good one. And hey, the experience of visiting a store like this that has so much rare and exclusive stuff for sale, well, you just don't see that all the time. And man, I love looking at rare Lego. It gives me so much joy. Hopefully seeing all of these exotic sets and interesting pieces and minifigures and Bionicles got you excited to start building your own creations. Looking at cool Lego sets makes me excited to build. Thanks for watching guys, happy building, and bye for now.